He became a shareholder in companies such as Facebook, Spotify, PayPal, Airbnb, among others, and amassed a fortune of billions of dollars working with billionaires like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and Vitalik Buterin, the creator of Ethereum. This is Peter Thiel, one of the richest and most controversial men in the world and a true legend in the startup world. In this video, you will learn the story of Peter Thiel and how he built a billion-dollar empire. Despite building his fortune in the United States, Peter Thiel was born in Frankfurt, Germany, in 1967. During his first 15 years, he lived a nomadic life due to his father's job, spending some seasons in other countries like the United States and Namibia. However, in 1982, his family moved permanently to Foster City, California. Since then, Peter has stayed in America and built his career in Silicon Valley. A prodigy in his school days, he achieved first place in a state math competition and was also the valedictorian of his class. Two accomplishments that showcased his diverse skills and earned him a powerful resume that led to his acceptance at Stanford, one of the world's best universities. Despite his achievements and the possibility of enrolling in some of the most competitive courses at the university, Thiel decided to study philosophy. While studying, he also ran a small newspaper that circulated on the university campus called the Stanford Review. However, after graduating, he neither pursued philosophy nor journalism, but decided to enroll in law school at Stanford. After graduating, he worked as an assistant to a judge in Alabama for a few months, and then at an investment firm in New York, where he served as a lawyer for 7 months. But at 26, he made another career change and became a currency derivatives trader at Credit Suisse. But this too did not last long. Next, he worked as a speechwriter for then Secretary of Education William Bennett for a short time in 1996. After exploring various jobs, he finally found the occupation that would make him globally known and a billionaire: high-risk investing. Upon returning to California, Peter leveraged his only highly valuable asset, his network. Having moved through diverse environments and met people from different areas, he had built an extremely consistent network of connections that included highly intelligent and very wealthy individuals, such as heirs to multimillionaires and billionaires. Combining this network with his multifaceted vision, Peter could identify trends in various areas, from numbers to human behavior. He noticed that several companies were emerging in Silicon Valley around the rise of the internet, which was increasingly entering American homes. These companies, known as startups, operated leanly but could achieve exponential results without significantly increasing their operating costs. However, they needed money to grow rapidly, and those who invested in them could multiply their money in no time. Peter saw a business opportunity. He knew wealthy people willing to take risks on startups, and knew people creating startups that needed money to grow and would offer a significant stake in the business for early-stage investment. Thus, he convinced a group of people to invest a total of $1 million in a fund that would find the right companies and allocate part of the raised money. This led to the creation of Thiel Capital Management, Peter Thiel's fund specializing in high-risk venture capital investments. In this type of investment, the risk is extremely high, and most companies might lose the invested money. However, one successful company could compensate for the risk. The exact approach Thiel used is unknown, but generally, these funds compensate investors with capital gains and can offer the administrator a commission on capital gains, usually around 20%, with a typical management fee of about 2% of the invested capital. Some funds charge no management fee and only compensate upon capital gain, but with a more robust percentage, such as 25% of the total. With his business established, Peter Thiel began actively investing in startups from various sectors, not just by injecting money but also participating in business decisions. He shared his business vision and opinions on startups in the bestseller 0 to 1, considered essential reading in the startup world. One of the businesses he invested in was FieldLink, created by Max Levchin and Luke Nosak, a mobile device cybersecurity company. Despite being ahead of its time, it revealed the potential to secure valuable information or even money. This embryo led to the creation of Confinity, which later merged with its main competitor, X.com, founded by Elon Musk, leading to the birth of PayPal. For Thiel, a company should grow as quickly as possible, even if it means joining forces with its competitor to dominate the market and consolidate a monopoly. This is what he did by joining forces with Musk. Their relationship remains controversial, with mutual respect but also tumultuous days running PayPal. Musk was the company's first CEO but was replaced by Thiel, who became CEO of PayPal in October 2000. There are reports that Thiel's appointment was not a management decision but a financial one, as his role was not to manage PayPal but to find a buyer for the company. Nevertheless, shortly after Thiel took command, PayPal went public, and a few months later, in 2002, eBay agreed to pay $1.5 billion for the business. In the deal, partners received their shares, with Elon Musk reportedly receiving about $180 million and Thiel $55 million. Despite this fortune, Thiel decided to act even more aggressively and multiply his capital. Known as one of PayPal's owners and its key figure at the time of the sale, Thiel gained even more investors willing to partner with him and startup founders wanting him as an investor, partner, and advisor. In 2002, he created the hedge fund Clarium Capital, and in 2003, he founded Palantir, a company specializing in developing technological services for the financial sector and primarily for the U.S. government. Today, the company is a billion-dollar business. However, Thiel's most significant move came the following year, in 2004. In August 2004, Peter invested in the startup that would become the most successful in his portfolio, Facebook. He was the first venture investor to bet on the social network with an investment of $500,000 in exchange for 10% of the company. Since then, other investors have joined the business, which is now publicly traded, significantly diluting Thiel's stake. Despite this, the return was explosive and alone made him a billionaire. Over time, he sold some of his shares and increased his appetite for startups, investing in companies like Spotify, Lyft, SpaceX, Stripe, and others. In 2014, Thiel gave $100,000 to the then teenager Vitalik Buterin to drop out of school and focus on creating the Ethereum network. This fulfilled an old plan from the PayPal days when founders wanted to create a digital currency. Although the idea was only realized more than 15 years later, the network now moves billions, making its creator a billionaire and adding to Thiel's fortune. Over time, he has proven to be the right person in the right place at the right time, capitalizing on the boom of the internet, social networks, and cryptocurrencies. Peter Thiel has amassed a fortune estimated at $7.2 billion, and, based on his track record, more billions are likely to come.